Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get started with some messages for the Libra Collective. All placements of Libra. Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra. Let's see what we have for you. This is a timeless reading and it could apply to any area of your life, career, love, relationship, anything really. All right. Life purpose, all that. So, first card out. No. It's a pause here. It says the answer is no. Free will can influence any outcome. Use your intuition and discernment as there may be layers of information and possibilities. Okay. All right then. What else do we have? Spiritual path. We have more blue in this card here. So communication, think about your throat chakra. That could be something that you're dealing with now, or you could be having throat issues, voice issues, that sort of thing. So we have spiritual path, righteous. You're being called to do the right thing and take the high road above all else. Don't let your ego lead you astray. Be mindful to select choices that align with your true self and support spiritual growth. I feel like integrity is really important right now. And oh my goodness, more blue. So blue, you could be really drawn to this color right now, or maybe you just bought like a blue crystal or something. But also blue makes me think of, yes, integrity, truth, law, anything to do with the throat chakra, expression. All right, so your voice being used, words, language, all of that. So this says gentle breeze. There's a white feather here and some sand. Maybe you found a white feather. You could be asking for guidance and support from your guides, angels. This situation requires a gentle touch of kindness and understanding. You may be dealing with a person or situation that's sensitive. This may include yourself even. So handle with care and compassion. That includes how you talk to yourself. Very interesting, Libra. By the way, the deck I'm using is the Key Elements Oracle, Unlocking Nature's Wisdom by Michelle Mosheri. And all the decks I use are in the description box, always. Let's see what else we have. Let's just jump into tarot here. We'll use the Fairy Tale Tarot by Taroteca Studio. Yes, the Fairy Tale Journey. Sorry, the Fairy Tale Journey, if I didn't say that correctly. Taroteca Studio. So I have another deck I like to use that's called the Fairy Tale Tarot, and that's not this deck. This is the Fairy Tale Journey. It's just for Libra, for the Libra Collective. What do we have? What do we most need to know about this delicate situation having to do with our spiritual path, maybe maintaining our integrity? I did have an animal card fall on the floor just now. I had one fall on the floor and one fall on my lap, and they are owl and elephant. So we have direction and generator here. So elephant with direction, card 7, root chakra. It says place your feet firmly on the ground, connect with the earth element. New clarity manifests as you get out of your head and into your body. That's underneath this pause here. So you may be wondering which direction to go, and it could just be that there needs to be some sort of, you need to allow yourself to just be still and get those answers. You also have owl here, card 37, third eye chakra. So what are you seeing in your mind's eye? Whatever you can imagine, you can create. Use the power of your inner vision wisely. So we did have those two cards come out, and that's really interesting. So you have a lot of blue and a lot of purple here, third eye chakra. And also, I do think of this like sort of indigo blue color being connected as well to that third eye. So it's not just your throat chakra, it's your third eye, and kind of how you're receiving and communicating messages. All right, and let's see what else we have. Okay, I'm getting something about knees. So I don't know, I'm getting knee repair. So some of you may be having knee surgery even. All right, if you are, I wish you well. You may have had that, maybe you're recovering. I did have a card flip, and we have the 10 of Cups. I love seeing this, beautiful card. 10 of Cups, it's like, fulfillment, emotional happiness, all of this. It's the happy end ever after, right? Happy ending there. You could feel as though the only way you're going to have that 10 of Cups is to go on your own or even isolate. You'll see this person's on an island, yet there's the family tree here. So this could be, you could actually be carrying on some sort of family legacy, even though the 10 of Cups isn't generally family legacy because of the actual, what's going on in this card. There's actually, if you look closely, there are two people. They're like intertwined here. So it's actually looks like a couple. And then there are the two children. So this can certainly be a card of family, of relationships. It is, connected to the emotions with the cups here. This could be contentment and love and support. It's dreams coming true though. And I think it does involve your home, your family. Some of you are reaching for it. You're going for it. Also, I'm getting fishing. Maybe you actually do fish, or someone in spirit close to you fishes. What else do we have? You're keeping your eye on the prize. Very interesting. I'm getting support system. So there could be a change in your support system. You're adding to it, or you're having to rely on support. There's a face. I'm getting a face where one almost doesn't, where you wouldn't expect to see one, such as, for example, in this card, now that I think about it, the tree has a face. But I'm getting that you're seeing, you may have actually just seen like a face in the clouds, or you yourself looked at it, a piece of wood or a tree or something and saw a face. So there is some randomly specific intuitive message I'm getting there that could be confirmation for you in some way. If you're like, hey, that was me, I just saw that, then there may be something in this message for you. What do we have? Remember, these are general. They're not personal readings. Only take what resonates. Read the disclaimer. You, in fact, know best, friends. Okay, so Strength card. Ooh, some Leo energy there. Wow. And this is, strength is really, again, another card of compassion. And you did have that card of gentle breeze come up where, handling something delicately, including yourself. Maybe even for some of you, you may be having like a health, something going on, or you're just not feeling, 100%. Be very patient with yourself and gentle with yourself. And whatever it is, I'm getting like it's going to clear up. Obviously, seek medical attention if needed, of course, always. But with the strength card, there could be something here about your strength of loyalty being tested. We do have also getting something about someone. I'm getting my guides are giving me something about robbery, or even the name Rob in some way. Something could have been. There's also I'm getting like a word like treachery. So I'm getting almost like some of you may have felt like robbed of your innocence in something, or there's almost, it's not necessarily like crime, but it's more about feeling like wounded in some way, like feeling as though you can't get something back. So but it's more, I feel as though it could be sort of an emotional level, or maybe you felt you've wasted a lot of time, you were stolen of your time or of an opportunity. So there's something here. It's not like literal theft though, necessarily. It's more, again, there's something deeper to it. Okay, so what else do we have? Like, some people say, oh, they robbed the best years of my life, that sort of thing. You're not literally robbed of years, but maybe you felt you've spent so much time in a certain place or doing something. So you have the Three of Wands, and some of you may feel as though it's about time to step out into the unknown and new opportunities. Three of Wands, that's going out of the comfort zone, right? That's what the card is. And it could be treacherous, it could be lonely, it could be scary, but how else do you get to the other side of something? How else you're going to get what it is that you in fact want? Six of Wands, and there's your victory. And that's, once, what comes after the Three of Wands, the Six of Wands. So, well, first we have 4 and 5, but so you do have this victory coming in, success here. You could be getting noticed, getting attention. There's a small gathering too. For some of you, there's a small gathering right now. That's what I'm getting. Small gathering is what I heard. And it could be even a celebratory thing. It may not be that they may not necessarily be celebrating you. It could be someone in your family or close circle getting recognized for something. All right, let's see what else we have. Could even be like a potluck type or a cookout or something, because I'm getting someone not knowing what to bring, if they should bring something. All right, what else do we have? Whoa. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse. There could be something in your immediate environment that you're not quite seeing, either an opportunity or even something regarding like health and wellness It's impacting you that you're not quite seeing. Wow, a lot of cards just came out. There could be a lot going on too that's affecting you. But the Page of Pentacles, it's like you may not be getting the message on something. Okay, this can also be something like non-committal. All right, so that can also come through with the Page of Pentacles when it's in reverse like that. You may be looking up common symptoms or something of an ailment that's also coming out. I'm not sure. That's what I'm getting. So, and you have judgment here. So use your own discernment, your own judgment when it comes to this particular situation. Some of you are motivated to change something, I'm hearing intuitively, and there's you could be feeling as though there's a lot at stake with something. Let me see here. And it's kind of like where to put the energy, because it's not like you can just create more. I'm getting something about lifting spirits here, like lift either someone, actually it could be that you're some sort of lift, like rate someone rising up here in some way, as in the Judgment card. Generally people are kind of rising up from their coffin. It could be like you're having your kind of phoenix rising moment, so that could be. But there are other onlookers, there are spectators here too watching this happen. I'm hearing that song Old MacDonald Had a Farm. So there's a randomly specific intuitive message there for someone, maybe confirmation, maybe the name McDonald means something, or maybe that song means something to you specifically, or someone in spirit would sing that to you, or you just did that with your own grandchild. So there's something there. All right, what else do we have? I'm getting like Tijuana or Taiwan even. You have Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, really stick at it, persevere here. But again, your judgment, there's something, this can also, the Judgment card can be a wake-up call, but there's something that you can't ignore any longer, I'm feeling. All right. The Seven of Wands, it could be like just how the level that you're being tested and everything. It's kind of like, I don't know, because just when you look at this card, it's this person's trying to kind of get away. This could be about, needing to set some boundaries, needing to move on. Generally, it's a card of perseverance, taking a stand, really not being willing to compromise. Maybe it's like you've put so much energy into something. What else do we have? Could be you're not meshing well with a particular group of people or person or a couple. There could be two people. You're on your way up though, right? You have the 6, then you go to the 7 of Wands. Okay, and you have the 4 of Wands. Wow, look at all this fire energy. So Leo, Sag, Aries, it could be prominent in your chart. It can just be the energy of the fire. The fire, that has to do with your passion and action, among other things. But yeah, it's like the 4 of Wands, that 11-11 card. A lot of the times when we get judgment, we'll also get the 4 of Wands. And that's like, again, sort of divine guidance is, because as I say, it's the 11-11 card, as a lot of people interpret it as that, because you have usually the 2 wands and then the 2 wands. So you have it looks like an 11 on the card. And the 4 of Wands, it's another card sort of just like the 6 of Wands, where it can be celebration. It can be sort of a graduation, going from one step to another, even celebration. The 6 of Wands, of being recognized for something. It's an accomplishment. So there's something here about accomplishing something. But again, it looks as though having to, be strong, go out of the comfort zone, use your own discernment here with judgment, not ignore the message here, of this Page of Pentacles. And something may not be as obvious as it seems, or you could find something that you weren't necessarily looking for, just like that sort of face in the tree or something. What else do we have? The Empress, yay. That's one of our cards, Libra. So that's shared with Taurus. It's the energy of Venus here. It's beauty, it's creation, it's being in the flow. It's being able to really provide for oneself too. The Empress having the energy of all four queens, and really it's a very fertile time. So this is abundance. So there is a lot of abundance to be had here. But there's no doubt that there is some sort of, oh, okay, so I'm getting that whole saying, no is a complete sentence. So you may have to put a stop to something. Use your own intuition and discernment here. This Judgment card. In fact, your first Oracle card said the answer is no. So, and it says free will can influence the outcome, but use your intuition and discernment. Yeah, because there could be layers of information and possibilities, and that's why you have that Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, make sure you're not overlooking something, or be aware that there could be something where you just don't expect it. And again, what are you seeing in your mind's eye? So whatever it is you're seeing in your own vision, that could give you that new clarity, right? So that's again, you may need to get grounded, get rooted here, like with Elephant, in order to find that new direction. Spiritual path, Oracle card, again, doing the right thing could be taking that high road above everyone else. So it could be, that's like tying into Judgment, as well as that Seven of Wands, moving on so that you can have that victory for yourself. Aligning, being mindful that you're coming up with things that align with your true self and your spiritual growth, as that Spiritual Path card says at the very top of your reading here. Okay. It very much reminds me of the Judgment card. In general, Judgment card. And then there's that light. There's the light there at the very top there. And also, the delicate situation. These cards really connect with overall. I find this deck to be pretty amazing, the key elements, actually, for that reason. It seems to, things really seem to come together in the readings. Let's see. I think there's a perspective shift here that's needing to take place. Let's get some. I want to get the Stellar, no, let's use the Divine Direction Oracle by Maruka X to get some clarity on this, please. Let's get a little clarity. Let's see. And by the way, I may not be as talkative in the comments right now. I have a lot going on right now, extra things in my life, some family stuff, some health stuff, some career stuff. So I just, I may not be as talkative in the comments. I read every single one. I'll heart it, that sort of thing if it's appropriate. But if it's appropriate for me to heart it in some way. Anyway, I'm saying too much. But yeah, so I may not be as, chatty. So there's nothing wrong. It's just like anyone else. I go through waves of I'm very busy and dealing with other stuff. And sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. So that's coming in. But you have blessings here. So this is amazing. It's amazing to me that I think this card has either 80 or 100 cards. This deck has either 80 or 100 cards in it, and you're getting blessings so many times in this reading, or so many times when I read for you across readings. So you do have some blessings coming in. So there's a major life change bringing great blessings. Prepare for the unexpected. It's a magical time. Magical time. And this was actually on the bottom of the deck, and now it's on the top. Interesting. So you have answers. So if you've been confused about a situation or a person, rest assured, you're going to get the answers you seek. But there's something about choosing resources, like choose your sources for getting those answers wisely. And sometimes you are your best resource, and you have healing. So you've been through a difficult initiation. It's prepared you for the role of a healer. So don't doubt your own power. You have this beautiful lotus here on this card, healing. Some of you may be doing, getting like a sound bath, or something to do with sound, or something to do with water in general. Let's get some cards relating to like your abundance, career, that sort of thing. What do we have for you? Whoa, that's way too many, but you have very soon here. So, okay, and then you have star power. So we have star power, okay, and very soon are two that I saw, and the rest, there's just way too many to go back. I got a little clumsy. I love the larger decks, so many opportunities here, but for some unique messages, but at the same time, they can be a little hard to handle. So, all right, star power. All right, so you're attracted to a surge of attention, providing your talents with a chance to shine brightly. All right, so with your newfound status and influence, you're sure to create positive changes in your career. This is excellent. So some of you may actually be studying or something. We also have very soon, there's no need to worry. You've done a great job so far. Even if things appear difficult at the moment, you'll soon see some positive changes. Everything's bound to turn out in your favor. Yes, some of you, I feel as though you've had this one like pressing thing that you're trying to work on or heal or something because, or advance, maybe you're trying to advance in some way. But it's like I'm getting your light leads the way. So like, let your own light lead the way here, your own wisdom. I just want to, someone will take a chance on you. Someone will take a chance on you. Interesting. That's an interesting message. So let's see, what else do we have here? I want to know if there's anything we need to surrender to though, because so often there can be blocks that are, things that we need to really kind of work on, in order to allow for the answers and the healing and the blessings to in fact come in. So what do we need to do in order to get those blessings that want to come in? Surrender your belief in scarcity. So the universe is asking you to open up to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. You have to believe you can have it. All right, believe it. What else do we have? Surrender to joy. So there's a key positive change in your life. Let joy in and savor it. Oh, okay. So a key to positive change is to let the joy in and savor it. Right. So releasing the belief in scarcity and being open to receiving the joy. So indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy time. Keep surrendering to joy. So what are the things that bring you happiness? Surrender unhealthy relationships. Right. So sometimes it can be hard to change, heal, open up to blessings if we have, naysayers and just negative people around us. I mean, we're all capable of having negative thoughts and being negative, sometimes, but some of you may be dealing with this one strong energy in particular. It could be masculine energy. It doesn't have to be though. But this is a pretty masculine figure here in the card. It's just letting go of the relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. So you deserve to be treasured by others and be surrounded by positive people. You have the word positive showing up a few times here. So I feel a lot of you maybe are working on your positivity, and you do have some positivity coming in because what you put out, you get back, right? But it is hard when you're in a certain particular relationship that's clearly not to your benefit. And, it's like you can only go so far with your own situation when you're, surrounded by, well, they say toxic people. I'd prefer not to call anybody toxic. I mean, we're all capable of having toxic behavior, I guess, right? But I wouldn't say that someone's all bad, all good, I would not say that about anybody. It's more, behavior changes all the time, right? So, all right, let's see what else we have for you. What could be helpful at this time for you? Healer. My goodness, you had healing and now you have healer. So energy, healthcare, helping others. So some of you may be focusing on energy, on healthcare, on helping others. Maybe you yourself need to get in touch with some sort of energy healer, healthcare in some way. And you also have ancestry work. So spirit guides, genealogy, and asking for help. Again, like with that 10 of Cups, I did have this feeling that maybe you're continuing something like a legacy or a family business or something. Maybe you're not the first person to be a nurse in your family or something like that. So that came in specifically for someone. And then you have power. So there's strong potential and abilities. You can do this. You can make something happen. Bottom of the deck, root chakra. There's another tree. So there's something going on here with trees with you, all right? And when I think of trees, I think about being firmly rooted and having enough room to kind of grow and being well nourished and getting out and doing, what it is you need in order to feel connected to Gaia. And so this is about feeling grounded, secure, stable, having your basic needs met, reaching out, to a network. That's what I think of too when I think of, roots and trees. And what else do we have? Communicating your message clearly is important. And then you have spiritual awakening. My goodness, you had spiritual path and now you have spiritual awakening. So you're unlocking your abilities. This is some sort of awareness and change. It has to do with your ascension. This is amazing. Because you, again, judgment card too is in here. So I feel like that's very strongly connected. Let's see what else we have. Let's use the Angel Connection deck here. This is by Lynn Arahu and Wendy Bakosi. I don't know if I said that correctly, but let's see. Now's a great time, as I dropped cards on the floor, to like the video and, subscribe if you haven't already, if you're enjoying this content. Thanks. And what do you have? Check out my other channel if you'd like. Mantic Mystic Messages. It is for all of your signs. There we are, Mantic Mystic Messages. All right, great. So one card fell, and it is, it has a fox on it. You may not have known what your spirit animal is, but he knows who you are and what you need. When he appears, you feel the connection. There's no doubt. We're going to pull more animal cards, actually. It's funny because coming into this reading, I intuitively had this download of change out my animal deck. So, well, this deck is a great deck, and I love it. I've used it a lot recently, and I'm going to use a different one today. So that before I even came into my reading space, I knew to get that other deck. So we'll use that in a moment, but let's see, what do we have? Oh my goodness. You're not even going to believe this. Well, you will, but you know how you started out? Your third card out was white feather, right? You have a white feather is in an unexpected location, assures you you're on the right path and that you're not alone. Wow. So amazing. I mean, yeah. And what else do you have? You have a kitty cat here. Pets are very attuned to shifts of energy in the presence of unseen beings. If your cat or dog or, bird, whatever pet you have, if it perks up and seems to sense something, it's possible there is an angel visiting your home. One more. And you have, you're not alone. You could feel someone caressing your hair, gently touching your back. So this is to let you know that the angels are giving you a needed nudge forward. Accept the encouragement. I feel bad. I feel like some of you really are, you've been dealing with something for quite some time, either a situation or, it's some sort of situation. It could be a person. It could be a work situation. It could be a health thing. It could be a cluttered environment or an environment that doesn't quite suit you in some way. I even heard something about mold just now. So like pollution in some way, something feeling unhealthy. And I'm just getting like that's been kind of weighing heavily on you. And you're going to feel so much better when that is no longer in your environment or when you're no longer in it. All right. So let's use the Messages from Your Animals, Spirit Guides, Oracle cards by Stephen D. Farmer. Here's the box. Right. And let's see, what do we have for the Libra Collective? We have for you, we have a powerful new moon coming up. Your next reading, your weekly reading, will be getting messages, specific moon messages. I love new and full moons because then I do more readings, or bring up more cards that have to do with moon energy, lunar energy. So we have elk here. And this is stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect you deserve. There's something here too about simple is best. So there is something about keeping something simple. All right. You also have chimpanzee here. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. You have Roadrunner. Keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. And then you have Condor. So this could be about being too enmeshed in a situation. Step back, see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. Remember, that's what that no card, I think, was about. And also, as well as the elephant card. Even the owl, like seeing the bigger vision, So I think, before you make some hasty or quick, impulsive decision, make sure you step back, because as this card suggests up here, it is sort of a delicate situation. It may require some tact and care, and you just really look out for yourself, not doing anything that's going to jeopardize your overall well-being. Let's get some high vibe cards by Becky Moore. How can we stay high vibing during what could be a difficult time right now? Because as I said, I feel like some of you have been kind of like dealing with something for a while. You have hula hoop and animals. Ah, more animals. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so swing your hips as if you were using a hula hoop. Start by going clockwise, then go counterclockwise, then make figure eights. Do this for 1 minute. This movement could bring your energy down from your head and into your body, increasing your creative energy. Interesting. Sort of like, yeah, figure eight there, limitless potential, the infinity symbol. And obviously, if you have hip issues or physical stuff, you just don't, like obviously consult with your doctor or physical therapist. I'm not that. So be wise, take care of yourself. But animals here. So animals are always at a high vibration. They're not concerned with life's little details. So hold your cat, your dog, your guinea pig, your bird, whatever it is, learn from them. If you don't have a pet, borrow the neighbors or just be out in nature, as much as you can be, even if you can just open the window and listen to the bird songs, or look out the window. All right, what else do we have for Libra Collective? Actually, before we move on to numbers, I want to use, this is the Empaths Empowerment deck by Judith Orloff. What else do we have? What do we have for Libra? What could be helpful right now for Libra? Again, I'm hearing delicate situation. How are you going to handle it? Whoa. Wow. Okay. A lot of cards came out, but we have retreat to the natural world. And on top, we also have practice patience. I'm not taking the whole stack, just what I saw. So go where you feel most alive, a peaceful forest, the mountains, your local park. Let the ocean roar through you. Be revived by nature's wonder. You get this a lot. I know a lot of Libras, like we love, the beauty of nature, and even Libra rising, love our animals, just, being in the natural world. Oh my goodness. And you have another elephant on this card with practice patience. So you will change, things will change, but again, it's like get firmly planted on the ground, connect with earth. So press pause button, right? Take a day off from being frustrated with yourself or others. Patience reaps great rewards. I cannot believe how closely this resonates with that no card. Immediately it says no, it says pause right on it. And now you have one of your final cards in this reading it says pause, patience, clarity. There's going to be new clarity that will help you make this decision. And you may have to retreat to nature, into nature to get that clarity, and really point you in the right direction of where you should be going next, what you should do next. Some of you may have already received that clarity. All right, I'm going to get some future higher self cards. And then we'll do your number cards, and then we will move on. So you've had your angel cards, all that, animal cards. What else do we have? It says, you won't always feel alone. You're attracting your soul tribe. The healing must be completed before your life can transform. Yeah, there's like this one thing that needs to be addressed. You see the wings here? It looks like a bird, or... Yeah, it does. It looks like a bird. Yeah, the outline of a bird. That's what I'm seeing anyway. And you have so much to offer the world. Don't ever doubt your contribution, no matter what others have said or tried to make you feel about yourself. Spirit sees you differently. And I just saw 3333 on the timer. Don't worry about what could go wrong. If something does go wrong, you'll be able to make the best out of it. Yeah, believe more in yourself, your ability to adapt. It's like some people are worried about making any sort of change or going for it, going out of their comfort zone, like with the 3 of Wands you received, because they don't want to, what if it fails? Well, what do you have to lose though? Like if you don't try, you'll never know what could have been, right? It seems very basic, but I think a lot of us forget that. Yes, rejection's not fun, and yeah, things might not work out, but they might work out. So, I try to, go more on the side of, hey, what have you got to lose? As far like just give it a try, and and a lot of the times it can help you at least figure out what you don't want, right? On the way to figuring out what you do want, you'll figure out what you don't want. So it's a good way to rule things out, If you've always wanted to try a certain career or something, or even a restaurant, something as simple as that, like it's one meal, give it a try, So 4444, sign of divine intervention. The universe has heard your request. And 3-3, sign of blessings, and you had that blessings card. So your angels bring peace, love, and illumination. And one more, 2020, sign of peace within. So keep calm as you transition into a new life. Again, not worrying so much about what could go wrong, but for a lot of you, there is this need to take that pause, and relying on your own intuition and discernment is going to be much more important. Again, there could be things going on that you're not seeing clearly right now. That's why it's important to kind of step back and, like they say, practice patience, right? So that patience will reap great rewards. Yeah. All right. That's what I have for you. Thanks so much for being here. You know how to show support.